and many times that makes a difference, especially on a mile track, because a lot of cars have that problem. They don't pick up the last gallon and a half, so
Round Robbie
something's
Rahal.
really working for them, and it's going to make a difference.
Round Rahal back there in 14th spot. You just saw him slashing through traffic, closing up again to put a lap on Salazar. We're showing 155 laps complete here. Villeneuve, Cheever fighting first and second. There is a new leader in the Bosch Spark Plug Grand Prix. It is Eddie Cheever out of Aspen, Colorado, born in Phoenix, Arizona. He's been trying for that win for years now. The interval went from 11 seconds right down to zip in about 6 laps. And now it's Cheever commanding the race, which begs the question, what's the story with Villeneuve in car number 27? Dick Berggren can give us more on that story.
Well, Ken, the crews are telling us that they're dialing the fuel down. They're leaning the car out. That's slowing it down. Of course, everybody up and down pit road is watching television, and they know everything they tell us, everybody else knows. So that may or may not, in fact, be the case. They, however, last pitted on lap 96. They must make another pit stop no matter what. Meanwhile, Eddie Cheever, your leader, Foyt is going to gamble. They're looking at running all the way. He last stopped on lap 106. He just might make it.
Lap 164 is where we're at. He just missed a podium finish at Long Beach. Eddie Cheever running out of fuel in the final moments of that event. Looking really good right now. First time since 1992 that Cheever has led.
Well, that's quite interesting, actually. But as I said, I'm not surprised the way he's been running. Now the trick is going to be the fuel, really, because, again, you know, he has a long way to go. And, you know, if you're going to make it, you can't keep running the way he's running. So he's going to have to back down the mixture. And you back down the mixture, obviously you're going to lose some power. But then, at the same time, why would Villeneuve, which for sure has to make another stop, want to back down on the power or lean the mixture?
You don't think they're trying to be...
I don't think that's the case.
You don't think they're trying to be super clever, do you? And really go without stopping again on Villeneuve's go? They couldn't possibly
they're not really going to have a chat with him.
Well, Villeneuve looked pretty long the last time out there. Dick Berggren.
There's more from the Villeneuve pit. We have heard that the car is understeering, it's pushing, and it's getting worse every lap. That surely is not going to help his fuel situation, but he's also got a chassis problem.
Well, there you see Villeneuve through that first turn in a millisecond. Then that second turn that takes forever, about 2.5 seconds.
Well, I can understand the chassis problem, yes, being the cause more of him slowing down than anything else, but honestly. And understeer, well, you know, that could make sense. This particular track really changes after midway. Rubber really makes a difference here, and it does bring in a different characteristic in the balance of the car.
And Stefan Johansson now only about a second and a half or less behind. There we see him, only just behind Jacques Villeneuve now.
That year-old
Cheever, yeah, Cheever would have to go 94 laps if he were, you know, on his fuel stop, and that's a pretty tall order.
That's a tall order driving at the speed he's driving at the moment, especially.
Exactly.
Fabi is on pit road. Teo Fabi running in 5th place comes in as you ride with Johansson, currently 3rd. What a great finish this would be for the Bettenhausen people. Tony Bettenhausen Jr. with his year-old Penske chassis and getting a great ride from Johansson, who just dearly loves these mile ovals.
And getting more confident every day. He got himself a new engineer this year and really feels that he can do a lot better than he's done in the last couple of years, and he's really looking forward to it.
Mike Joy.
They've taken one turn down on the right front wing on Michael Andretti's car, trying to cure some of that looseness. They are finished fueling, and because of the time taken to make that turn, the right front tire changer is a little late getting done as far as what they would like, but they've made the adjustment that hopefully will put him back in the chase.
As he came in, he'd been in 5th, so drop him back only a spot or two.
That's the only... Oh, that's...
What was that all about? Michael Andretti just getting out there and hammers that wall as he came off turn 2, Mario. It looked like the wheel broke loose.
It must have been something like that when he came out of the pits, because he was just coming out of pit lane.
Okay, throw out all the strategy. Caution's out. Oh, that is a sadness. Trying for that first win of the season. You know, in 91, he won those first 2 poles as he did this year. Now, watch what happens right here. Not a chance.
Yeah, he just, I think he probably just tried to accelerate on cold tires on that.
Got a wheel on the grass.
Lane, got a wheel on the grass.
Watch right here. About 80 miles an hour just coming out.
Well, right now he's just coasting in.
This is him coming in.
Yes.
To pit road after he's brought out the caution. He was coming out on the exit lane.
You think he just gave it too much?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it looks like that he just tried to accelerate too hard on cold tires, and it's a very, very narrow lane.
Terribly narrow, and it's got no camber to help you at all. That is dead flat.
Well,
here's Mike.
They have the car up in the air, Ken, but it is not running as they look over the damage on the right side. The right rear wheel has been removed. They're having a look at the hub, and they've told Michael to pull off the steering wheel and climb out.
Well, the Newman-Haas racing team this year not having an overabundance of luck. There's no doubt about it. The cars are fast, the competitive ending, the drivers are 2 of the best, and they just absolutely just... I bet he can't believe it. I bet old Carl Haas just can't believe it.
Let's take a look at that last pit stop. There's the right front wheel. Right rear on. Clearing away. Now watch this right here. Ooh.
Oh, that's it. See, it was never on. That's why he went off.
Right.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It was on
That
top,
was
of,
not
it was on
his
top of
fault.
the pegs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not his fault. It was on top of the pegs.
Oh, wasn't it? No.
It was never registered into the... Yeah.
So Michael Andretti waits another day on this one. That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, so here we were almost blaming him, but the fact that the right front wheel was never put on.
Dick Berggren. Well, behind me, A.J. Foyt and his team have been looking over their computers. They're still having conversation about what to do, but right now, so far, the decision seems to be that yellow is exactly what they needed. They're going to give it a try.
We're at 177, Dick. Lap 177. So they're getting down inside that window to go home.
Well, that's it. You know, actually, if you do it right during the yellow like this, you can get upwards of 7 miles to the gallon. You know, so you can really milk it. During these yellow laps. So
Michael Andretti driving a patient race, coming back up through, and then a little bit of a miscue here. What happened?
I guess they dropped the jack a little early, and they sent me away, and the right front tire wasn't tightened, and I was going out of pits, and the thing just went straight off the track, and luckily I didn't hit the wall head on. I almost did, and it just caught, and I spun a little bit and hit the right rear, and it bent it.
How was the car today?
A bit of a handful, actually. It was good in the beginning, then it went away, especially in traffic. It just wasn't as good as we'd like in traffic, and you know, a couple other guys were definitely better than us. And also, we were just catching the yellows all wrong. Yellow would come out every time I was in turn 3, and I was never able to take advantage of them.
Well, instead of you, I've had to have your dad in my ear all day. Do you have any advice for him on his new career here in broadcasting?
Well, I hope he had more fun than me today.
I think he did. Sorry to see you out of it.
Take a look at the pit stop another time here, Mario, as he comes in.
yeah, with the pit stop, everything was quite normal. Really, as you can see the change. Actually, the way it looked, there looked like he put more wing on the right front, and you can see if you watch the right front. Once he exits, you'll see sparks where the wheel actually was never really in a peg. Right there. See that? See, the right front wheel was ready to come off, and of course, you know, that was not his fault.
So, misfortune fights Michael Andretti again on this 95 season. Hope it's better for him at Indy. Christian
Fittipaldi going very slowly down.
Yeah.
Well, this would help here again. This would help Cheever tremendously if you get the prolonged yellow, because if Christian is going to be towed in, you know, every lap that you get now,
7 miles to go.
Yeah, if I was AJ, I would pay a lot of money for any of these caution laps.
I think he's running up and down pit road. Yeah. Anyway, we've got 20 miles left to go, 180 laps complete. We are in the 4th caution period of the day. 4 cars are on the lead lap. Eddie Cheever stays first, Fittipaldi second, Villeneuve third, Johansson in 4th. They are in the lead lap. Just back of them, Gordon in 5th, Boisel in 6th, DeFerron in 7th, Rahal is 8th, Fabi is 9th, Fernandez 10th, Ribeiro 11th, Scott Pruitt up to 12th, and Christian Fittipaldi was 13th as we saw him coming in. So we have at least another lap or 2 under caution. The advantage Foyt and company on this one. Scott Pruitt, there you see him, doing a good effort again today. Lost the number 1 car in the second. He is in 12th position. One of the really great stories of '95, the successful union of Firestone, Pat Patrick, and Scott Pruitt together, joining forces and getting well done. Firestone, once the dominant tire. Pat Patrick, one of the founding fathers of IndyCar racing. And Scott Pruitt, '89 Indy 500 rookie star, was a man with a future. But the spotlight faded. Firestone in '74, Patrick in '91 withdrew from racing. Scott Pruitt's testing crash in '90 nearly ended his life. For all, it's been a long, hard road back. Firestone Tires and Patrick now look to Pruitt to pilot their comeback.
The reason he hired me was because he felt I had unfinished business in IndyCar racing. And for me to be involved with this whole operation, it's been a dream come true.
Can this dream lead to a championship?
We're just doing our own little deal here. You know, we're finishing up at the front, we're running strong, we're running hard every race. And I think if that keeps happening, you'll see us right there at the front at the end of the year. This is my greatest opportunity ever in motorsports, period. Yeah, I still believe this is my year.
Oh, there you see Scott Pruitt as the pace car comes in at lap 183, fighting his way back into the race from 12th position. Up in front, it is Cheever. The question, can he stay there? In front of Emerson Fittipaldi second, Villeneuve third, Johansson fourth, all in that lead lap.
And there's no doubt about it that Scott Pruitt leading the championship coming into this event. And, of course, Firestone making a great comeback. And just look at that traffic. Oh. Wow.
I think we have another yellow there.
We've got another caution out. Hard crash. I believe coming out of 3, DeFerron has put the Jim Hall car into the wall. And this at lap 186. This is at lap 186 that it's taking place. And that looks like it could take a little time to get cleaned up.
Yeah, this is really working. This is really working for Eddie. This is definitely, this is almost for sure that Cheever will be able to hang on. Wow.
Oh, see that wheel come off and fly across the track? It bounced between a couple of cars there.
Well, look, did you see the roughness of that wall? How it was trying to catch the car?
I did. I'm a bit surprised at that. That needs to be looked at, probably.
Yes. Yeah, he hit quite hard.
And obviously having trouble extricating himself from the car.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like any particular damage on the tub, however. So, but he hit hard, I'm sure.
These modern race cars.
Sometimes the problem with that is that the gear shift on the right side sometimes can be a problem. But again, you know, it's the tub looks really in good shape there.
How do you get?
Gilles DeFerron of Sao Paulo.
Yeah, his legs, everything.
Clambering out of car number 8, and he's okay.
They are so amazingly strong, these cars. Just look again as he gets up onto the grey stuff again, like we saw earlier on. Hits the wall, and then it doesn't slide around that wall as nice as you'd like it to. Hits a break in the concrete there and nearly flicks it up in the air. Now you watch this wheel come off. Luckily, Mrs. Gilles DeFerron, and obviously